This is the video answer for the exercise 2 of Project Kraken. In this exercise, you're going to modify settings in the console and look at the end result on a configuration file called Sylink.XML. That's the one file you use in Kraken 1 to get client managed. So let's get started and open the SEP management server. So if we look on the client view, we should see now on the default group that we have all our clients. And we want to actually change the way the clients are communicating, because in enterprise you might want to have a heartbeat that's not as frequent as what you can have in the test platform. So just for the argument's sake here, we're just going to first remove the inheritance so we can actually make specific change to that group, okay, and only that group. Then we're going to communication, and that's where we are changing the way the client is talking to the SEPM. So in push mode, the connection is established permanently, and when there's a change, the connection is reset. Because of that reset, the client is reconnecting again and then notifies that there's actually a change, there's a policy change, there's a content update or something like this. In pull mode, that's actually a heartbeat, so this happens at a scheduled interval, and so we are just going to change this, and we're going to change the interval here. Instead of 1 minute, we are going to put 30 minutes. So 30 minutes in seconds is 1800 seconds. So this is quite important because we'll see that later on when we look in the configuration file. So now we change the settings. We click OK. So you can see the settings here is registered and logged in the console. Now we're going to trace what effect happened behind the scenes on the SEP management server. And this file in turn will be also downloaded on the client so that they get that new configuration. So first, let's look at the file on the file system for the management server. So you can see that default group has an ID here. So the ID is actually the first four digit here, 5A19. That's the ID for the group, default group. So this, you will find it as a folder name under the distribution folder for your SEP management server. So we're going here, program file, Symantec, endpoint protection management server. Then we're going to the data folder and agent, so outbox, and then agent. And here you can see you have folders with different names and letters and numbers here. And if I'm looking here, 5A19 is actually matching what we have here for the policy serial number for that group. Just to show you another example, if I'm going, for example, to the first group here, you can see that's 269C. I will have a folder that has the same here, 269C. Okay, so we were interested into the 5A19 because that's the one where we made a modification in the configuration. So now if we're opening Sylink.XML, so we can open that with Internet Explorer. Like this, you have the formatting that makes it easier to read. So you can see that now we have 1800 seconds. So that's our heartbeat, okay? And the way we change the configuration from push to pull, you can also see it in here, okay? So this allows you to validate that you have the correct settings and that this is already published and up for grabs for client to download and retrieve that configuration. If you are going to the client, you could see the same file. Okay, so we're going to switch now to our client here, and we're going to look at, so we're just navigating now, you can see, to C, program data, Symantec, Symantec endpoint protection, current version, data, and the config folder, and you will see there's many files. So the fastest way to actually get to Sylink.XML is just to go click on the file, type S, and like this you go and you see your Sylink.XML. So same as we did on the server, we're just going to open it with Internet Explorer. So it's automatically associated to, you just have to double click. And you can see that indeed we received the same file. So we have our 1800 seconds for the heartbeat, and we have now the configuration that's called pull. So which means that now, if we're making a change in the configuration on the server, you would have to wait half an hour those 1,800 seconds, for the client to download any new policies or any new changes. If there was a content update from the set management server, it would be the same. However, because we're using fast path, that's an option that's by default for the client to give back information for, let's say, a virus outbreak, then at that point, you would have the client uploading, as soon as it happens, information about a potential attack. Okay, so by enlarging the heartbeat, you're actually not impacting the real-time visibility you have into your security events on your infrastructure. So this concludes exercise 2 of Project Kraken.